Guys, it's good to be back for the Bootygram Talk. Today we're talking about the good person. And for that, I've asked you two questions. The very first one was, can you make the difference between a good person and a good person for you? And today I've asked you, as an extent, can you actually define what is a good person for you? So to answer these two questions, I believe that you need to know yourself very, very well, because if you don't know yourself, you cannot know what you want in a potential partner. So obviously you need to actually embrace yourself, embrace who you are and what you want, and understand why you want what you want, and not just based on what society or your family and friends wants for you. You have to know what you want for you. This is the very first answer that I can give to these two questions. Then you have to understand and accept that nobody is perfect. And so nobody's going to check all the boxes that you set for yourself. And actually, this is another debate, but even these boxes that we're trying to get checked, it's a mistake for me, because it goes with the idea that you're going to find somebody who is perfectly matching your expectations, and it's not going to happen. Newsflash, nobody's perfect, nobody's gonna fully answer and meet your expectations. It's not happening, it's not true. There is always something that doesn't fit your idea. But it's good to have an idea of the person that you want to be with. But you need to accept, to be wise about it, and to understand that this person will not be the perfect Prince Charming that you're looking for. And so a good person would probably be, I don't know, someone who comes out of the Bible, or someone just empathetic or nice, caring, loving, genuinely generous. And, that kind of person is for me a good, what we can call a good person. But then the person that you dating is probably meeting these criteria, these expectations. So how now to define the difference between the good person and the good person for you? I think the good person for you is not just someone who's gonna check all the boxes, because like I said, nobody's perfect and nobody's will ever check all the boxes. So it's probably someone that you really have a deep connection with. I think that's key. Like having a good connection and a good communication, a good understanding. So I gave you two options this morning when I've asked you, can you define the good person for you? I've asked you if it's based on the sexual and the physic side, or if it's more on the personality and the spirituality side. And I think all these criteria are important, but then when you grow up and when you know yourself better and you embrace who you are and what you want, these things like the sex and the physic part is important still, but it's probably not the most important thing when you actually realize that life is not just about sex and physique. Because I've been in situation where the person was really nice in terms of physique, but inside was shit. So yeah, I came across very good looking guy who was not really good inside, and I've been with a very nice guy, a good person for me. I mean, I think he is a good person, but he wasn't a good person for me, and I couldn't stay with him just because he was a good person or just because my family loved him. I couldn't stay with him because I wasn't in love, first of all, and second thing, I don't know. I didn't have this deep connection that I'm talking about with him. So it was impossible for me to stay with him just because I wanted to be in a relationship or whatever. I think, like I said in the beginning, you have to know yourself and know what you want, to know who you want to be with, and what is a good person for you. If you don't know that, then you cannot find a good person for you. That's it.